Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Oh, there's the music, sorta. I hope you can hear the music. It like cut out. It cuts out sometimes. Um, let's get down here. There's no arguing that. I'm pretty sure she'd kill me if I didn't do as she said. Get, I get to my feet and hop down to the track. Sun is warming things up rather nicely, I think. Amy and I
I
begin to stretch, huh?
I have a question. Wouldn't it be like super boring to run on the exact same track every single day?
Um, I, I don't think it matters if you're. It wouldn't matter to me, I guess. Um, but it may bother some people. Like, I'm not one of those types of people that really pays that much attention to the surround. I mean, I pay attention to my surroundings, but I'm not like, um, I don't really need a lot from my surroundings to be different in order for me to enjoy what I'm doing, I guess.
Fair enough.
The point of running is to get the exercise to me.
Right.
I don't know if it would be super. I don't think. I mean, there's a lot of people that run track and they do it on the same field over and over again, and then they go to competition and it's like the field is the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always going to be flat, but it's kind of like I hate going. I like the feeling after the gym, but like when I go to the same gym every single time, I'm kind of like sitting there just like, ugh, I'm here again.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
gonna say.
like when I walk, I'm just like, ugh, I'm staring at the same things I stared at, yesterday.
Yeah, people are different. I more interested in the activity. The activity doing the activity is more boring to me, honestly, because you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Right.
It's always been hard for me to get myself to do something repetitively, like going to the gym every day or um, practicing the same song on my guitar every day, over and over
Right.
again. All that stuff seems boring to me. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with the environment. At least I don't think so, in my mind.
Fair enough.
Amy and I begin to stretch out, and I find myself once again hard pressed to not stare. If this is how I have to wake up every day, I might be able to get used to this.
You notice how it's not polite to stare.
I was staring? I wasn't staring, I swear. Amy raised an eyebrow and considers for a moment as if evaluating my response. There's a brief moment where I'm afraid for my life.
I'm always afraid for our life in this video game when we're forced to run every day with a heart condition.
Yeah. No, it's not every day, is it?
Okay, most days.
I
If
think
not every day, most days.
I think you were telling me last time that it wasn't every day.
Yeah. I was just like, I guess not every day. I don't know.
But then she smiles and laughs, shaking her head slowly.
Honestly, you didn't have to deny it so strenuously.
In response, I clap my hands together and go for a change of subject. So, that's enough stretching, right?
Oh, I thought you were running, but I guess the world didn't blur.
Yeah. Emmy's just standing there, so they actually have a sort of an animation type thing for her running.
Yeah.
Emmy gives a casual shrug.
Do you feel stretched? That's how. That's really how you tell.
I do feel up to the run if that's what she means. Yeah, I feel ready to go.
Same as yesterday? Okay. We'll just run for a mile at a steady pace. Don't worry about going really fast. Just worry about keeping the pace, okay?
You're the boss. You know, saying that about like the environment not changing, being kind of boring. I'm thinking about it, and we've seen this environment a lot.
Yeah.
And it is kind of boring.
Yeah, well, I mean, so like the trick that I use, because like I've always had some pretty small rooms, is that I would to make me want to actually like be in my room and not hate it. I change the positioning of like my desk and my bed and all that other kind of stuff often, so it feels new. That's why I'm just like, if they just put a new tree there, I'd be pretty excited.
Show this
They
from
just
a different
added
angle.
Yeah, different. Like that's all that really like. It doesn't take much for you to like to get me like excited. It's like, aha, this is new. I feel way better about this now.
And I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a lot more of this track.
I feel like this is the JPEG we're going to be staring at the most.
But what's interesting is the conversation, Joe.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just wish that we could have this conversation at a different angle of the same area.
Maybe we will. Emmy grins again, and we take off around the track. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna say anything. Oh, now it's kind of blurry, huh?
Yeah, that means you're running, I think.
I think I'm gonna die. Not even done with this first lap, and my legs are on fire. My breath is coming in ragged gasps. I can feel sweat pouring down my brow, and we've only just now rounded the second turn.
Come on, Sal, you've got 3 more laps to go.
Thanks for popping in for that. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I think I might hurl. Somehow we're on the second lap. Amy's not even sweating.
Something I want to bring up real quick is that something in exercise that I've realized is very important is like mindset. Saying I can't do this will actually like make you give up during a workout.
Positive frame of mind.
Yeah, as much as I hate being like, you have to be positive. Yeah, no, it actually helps a lot. You have to be like, no, I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter. It actually matters a lot.
Is that like a self-fulfilling prophecy? I can't say the word.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Prophecy.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. It has to do with it's kind of like a psychology trick. It's when you change your language in everyday life, it actually can help you. Something they find with a lot of people who are I don't want to say depressed, but have I'm not going to say depressed, but people who are generally more sad more often have kind of like self-deprecating language.
Mm-hmm.
And it's once they change that up, it's not like a huge change, but I mean they do start feeling a little bit better once they start using better language for themselves.
And that's also people that have struggle with confidence, I think, too.
Yep.
It's what you can tell in their wording of things that they're not so sure about things.
Yep. It's language, whether it's in your head or out loud, actually does matter. There's a Japanese proverb that I can't remember word for word, but it's something along the lines of the words you speak hurt the warrior inside of you.
Did you say hurt the warrior?
Yeah, hurt the warrior. Yeah, it hurts the warrior inside. So like whenever you tell a self-deprecating joke or something along those lines, it's kind of like hurting your inner self, your the image of yourself in your own head.
Okay.
So when he's saying I can't do this, I'm just telling everyone, reminding everyone, it's like don't do what Hisao was doing. It's bad for you.
Okay. How can she do this so effortlessly? For some reason, I'm still moving. She's like a machine. Third lap. What happened to the second?
Almost there, Hisao.
Liar. We got another 2. Nothing to be done. I can't do this. Emi whirls around and begins running backwards. Her face is a mask of anger that surprises me.
Never say that. If you say that, you'll have already lost. Keep moving. If you're alive, you can keep moving, damn it.
If that's... I don't know about that. For this particular instance, he's not supposed to push himself too much.
Yeah.
Whoa, language. We're on the 4th lap now. She really seems to want me to keep up. Legs move, move. They feel so sluggish. I'm in mud or molasses or tar. I can't go on. I'll go on.
So, final stretch us out. Give it all you've got.
I pump my legs as fast as they'll go. They keep refusing to obey my commands. Somehow I keep moving. Well, they are obeying your commands then. Somehow I finish.
That's it, Hisao. I knew you had it in you.
The anger in me showed a lap ago is gone and replaced with pride. She's positively radiant, like she won the gold medal or something. I stagger to a stop and fall on my hands and knees, gasping for air. My heart is pounding far harder than it has in a long time. I don't think it's done this since... Oh God. Please slow down, heart.
We've killed Hisao. Good job, Emmy.
Slow down. Stop racing. That's why I said it wasn't good advice to, like, as long as he's breathing or whatever, then he can keep moving. Just slow down. Stop racing.
Yeah, with everything that I said earlier, I want to remind everyone to do everything at a pace that is, you're still making progress and still exerting yourself, but not killing yourself. Thank you, Emmy.
There's a meme that has like a ladder. It shows a ladder with small spaces in between it, and a ladder with big spaces in between it. And the idea is that taking smaller steps, you can get to where you're going a lot easier. Whereas some things are kind of out of reach if you just try to push yourself too much.
Yeah, you'll end up falling if you push yourself too much.
I just thought of that because Hisao needs to take smaller steps, I think.
Yeah,
and Emmy's pushing him for the larger ones.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's because Emmy's impatient.
Yeah, she wants everybody to be like her.
Yep.
I cough and for some reason feel a grin across my face. Well, so this is how I die, huh? You killed me, Emmy. Trying to stay healthy? How ironic. I'm all ready to give up right there. But then I feel my heart slow down. 2 hands grab under my arms and tug upwards. Her face is like, holy crap, have I killed you? I look up and see Emmy standing over me with a mixture of delight and worry.
On your feet? Come on, you'll never catch your breath that way.
Somehow I manage to stand. I try to raise my arms above my head, but they feel like lead. I start to walk around in the track while Emmy keeps close to me, like she's
Isn't
afraid
that
I'll fall over or something.
isn't that the worst part about English, the English language?
What's that? The
Uh,
words?
it, yeah, like lead and lead are kind
Yeah.
of spelled the same way,
hmm
along with a lot of other words that are pronounced
There's a lot of
differently.
things. There's a lot of things that the about the English language that don't make sense, and
It is just
um,
the worst.
when people like don't when people take the time to learn like English, then um, it's I think it's one of the harder languages to learn, isn't it?
Okay, no, but
No.
yes, it's really easy to understand the basic grasp of it. It's one of the harder languages to master and become completely fluent in. So, like, you have a lot of people who come over here from other countries that can speak English to a pretty decent degree and can make it by in everyday life, but it's not like they're going to be able to write it out perfectly or pronunciate everything perfectly. It's easy to learn the basics and harder. I wouldn't say the hardest to like. I would say master the language.
I think it
If
would
that,
depend on like what I'm guessing it would depend on what your first language is
yeah,
to extent
because
too.
yeah, Spanish speaking people have an easier time with English than other
Yeah,
languages.
right.
I know Asian languages are harder to learn English, um, like Mandarin and whatnot. My friend Carmen speaks Mandarin and she speaks English pretty well. I asked her to teach me Mandarin and she was like, "You'll just never learn it. There's no
Oh,
point." It's like it will take you too long for it to ever matter.
well, maybe she doesn't want to teach you.
No, because she's offered. She's like, "We can do it. It's fine, but like, it won't matter. You will. It's just too difficult." She grew up in Hong Kong, so it was easier for her to learn because it was like one of her starting languages. But no, it's difficult.
Let's try to get off this track.
Yeah.
She may not be far off. I feel terrible and say so. Emmy laughs.
But you finished, didn't you? You said you couldn't, but you did. Isn't that worth it?
I almost died. I'm not sure, and I don't really have the breath to say so, but that small grin I felt on my face earlier hasn't left. So what if my heart's weak? I still survived this morning. Maybe I'll survive tomorrow too.
I like how it's not like I almost died. Maybe I should slow down. It's like maybe I will survive tomorrow.
Yeah. As soon as it becomes apparent that I'm not going to suddenly keel over, Emmy takes off on her sprints. I don't know how the hell she can manage to sprint after running a mile, but I guess she's in much better shape than me. Once again, as I walk around the track, I can't help watching Emmy sprint. It's weird, but she's like a different person when she's pushing herself. Last time I noticed her eyes, but this time it's her mouth, and that catches my attention. Really? She's not wearing her normal grin. She's still smiling, but there's a tightness to it. It's almost grim, like she's fighting a losing battle, but doesn't care. She seems to be running harder like she did yesterday. Sweat has started to pour down her face, but she keeps going. Her mouth finally opens as long as she can no longer get enough air through her nose. As she passes me once more, legs pumping, arms swinging in time, and her lips slightly parted. She looks beautiful. After we both take some laps around the track to cool down, Amy chases back to her usual self. I'll stop there. Why not?
Sorry for getting off track today. I had a lot of random things to say.
I wish we got off track, but we're still on it.
Yeah.
Bad joke. All right. On that bad joke, I will leave it and see you all guys next week. Bye.
Bye.